Well,
And we are live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Thank you for tuning in to Never Over Live, your number one source for live viewing parties of each and every WWE pay-per-view, where we provide to you instant analysis and reactions of those pay-per-views. I'm Dawson. This is Benjamin. Somehow Brad's still our Never Over world champion. So, fellas, it's been a few days. We've talked about it a little bit, but not too much. We released a video about it, but how do we feel now about Goldberg winning, or more importantly, Lesnar losing? How do we feel about that? What have we come to terms with it yet, or are we still kind of shell shocked?
Oklahoma City is a lot colder than Dubai this time of year.
Yep.
yeah, all right there, Brad. Your little champion ceremony over in the
Royal
United.
Emirates.
Yeah.
Royal Emirates.
Thoughts, Goldberg. What do we think? Goldberg, Lesnar. What do you think, Brad? What do you?
I still think it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
elaborate.
Like we said in the pre-show, I think it levels the playing field for the WWE.
Yeah.
For everybody else, because no matter how you want to look at it, Brock Lesnar, from a storyline point, was starting to become a problem. The guy that doesn't lose to anybody, that only works a handful of dates a year. And, I don't think, because no matter what, I get what you're saying, where you want a new up-and-comer, face, heel, whoever it is, to kind of beat him, to beat the guy that beats the streak, that becomes the new indomitable force. But then that takes Brock Lesnar out of that over 9,000 power spot, and then just puts somebody else in the over 9,000 power spot. And now it's just okay, Goldberg beat him. To be perfectly honest, I feel like anybody on the roster that's the upper card right now could beat Goldberg. If you were to put anybody up against Brock, I wouldn't ever believe that they could realistically take on Brock. So I think with the way that they did it, it just kind of levels the playing field. I don't know, maybe Vince's big long-term goal for Brock is to turn him a face. Okay, we got to break him down so that he can build a comeback, maybe. Maybe that's what they're trying. They're trying to do something with Brock, not so much Goldberg.
So you feel that despite Brock taking such a squash loss at Survivor Series, you feel like Brock is still a threat?
I feel
more
like,
so than Goldberg.
Yeah, because I still feel like Brock is a threat. I don't think it's diminished him power-wise.
He still beat the streak. He's still the guy on the roster who beat the streak.
I think what it does right now is it gives Brock an unpredictability. It gives him an edge. It's a different. We get a different side of his character now, because nobody's ever beaten Brock like that before.
Yeah.
So whether or not, there's rumors that Brock thought this rivalry was going to be money, and maybe that's why he agreed to go down the way he did.
Brock and Bill are friends, actually, and I think that played a part of it, too.
Yeah.
Brock, I don't think would have did it for anybody else, especially if he didn't know them. I know that Brock and Goldberg are buds.
Yeah.
So I think that definitely played, that made Brock be like, oh, yeah, sure, Bill, whatever.
Yeah.
We're both in this part-time, Brock knows he's still going to make his money despite the performance. And
Yeah.
I would agree. Upon reflection, after coming down from what was a very
Shocking.
Devastating.
interesting adjectives, boys, a very somber reaction from yours truly.
Yes.
I look at it with a couple ways now. I still think Brock is a huge threat in the locker room. A squash match is good for one reason, I think. No one's gone at Brock that quickly before. Like, no one surprised Brock right out of the gate before in that style. Brock usually gets the upper hand early on in his matches, and like whether or not they decide that in the War Room is beyond anyone but them. But nobody's been explosive with Brock in a match before, and so to play that up and be like Brock was shocked to be hit with 2 spears and then a jackhammer, like, it doesn't take any of the validity or the authenticity out of Brock still being a dominant force in the company, because, like you say, he still is the guy who beat the streak. Brock is, I think, still a huge, he's still a huge draw and still, a big threat to the locker room.
He still pumped Cena at SummerSlam.
He still pumped Cena at SummerSlam hard.
Yeah, so we can't just start going and raising accolades because Goldberg came in and had one match and pumped him.
Yeah.
You can, storyline-wise, you can attribute that to a handful of things.
Yeah. So I think you'll see, honestly, I think you won't see another match between the two of them.
I don't think so either.
I think you'll see them both in the ring at the Royal Rumble, and I think they might
get a moment.
Maybe they'll be the final 2, and maybe they'll just kind of like have it, like they'll agree, like you'll see it happen, and one of them will win the Rumble and one of them won't. And I have a good idea. I have a good idea out of the two of them. If either of those 2 guys were to win the Rumble, or maybe they eliminate themselves or some noise like that, I don't know, and they set up for another match, I think that you will see that feud hopefully end at the Royal Rumble. I don't think they need to put those 2 guys up against each other at WrestleMania for WrestleMania to be a draw. WrestleMania doesn't need matches to be a draw anymore.
No,
WrestleMania is the draw.
Yeah. It's the WrestleMania is like the Super Bowl now.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's playing
No, yeah,
the Super Bowl unless you're a
WrestleMania.
fan of that team. So.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah,
Now, that's an interesting point to bring up about the Rumble. I think. Okay, so from a creative standpoint, from what you said, Brad, I think they painted themselves into a corner and they didn't know how to get out.
well,
I think it's kind of as plain and simple as that, where they created this beast. Might as well call him a beast. They created a beast, and they didn't. There was nothing they were going to be able to do.
Wow.
There was nobody going to be able to really take over, because it's like you said. It's like, okay, that guy takes over, so he's unbeatable now. Like with each passing match, Brock became harder and more difficult to get themselves out of that storyline.
Yeah.
Because all the diehards, all the hardcore wrestling fans, the older group is like, oh, this guy's mythical. Like, he is like omnipotent. He beat the streak. That's what the streak was. So with each passing match where he pumps a Cena or he bruises up an Orton, like he keeps doing that, then where do you get your out? Your out will feel empty. It's like, oh, this guy? Well, then this guy can't lose because now he's carrying Cena and Orton in the streak and Lesnar on his back. If this guy loses, this is going to be trash.
Yeah.
So they kept painting themselves a situation where they couldn't really find a way out. There was nothing they can really... There's no real transitioning well for them. Also, like, for me, largely... Brock's matches for me were never draws. I was never interested. Like Survivor Series, like it was neat to see these 2 particular guys, but like at SummerSlam when he faced Orton, like I didn't care. No. I don't care about Brock Lesnar.
It was interesting to see what was going to happen there, but it was.
It's not even interesting because he lost. Largely garbage. It was terrible.
It was very bad.
Because you knew what was going to happen. There was no surprise. Lesnar's going to get in there. He's going to steamroll Orton. Like something like that's going to happen. Lesnar had no appeal because his matches were all the same and they were kind of trash. Now he lost. Now he's beatable. So it's like, okay, now I can watch a Lesnar. Like that match we watched on Sunday was... It shocked us. I don't remember the last time I felt like that watching wrestling. It's been years for me, and I've been
coming... It was the streak for me. Like, it took me back to WrestleMania 30.
Yeah, so I've been in and out of, like, wrestling for years, but this one, it was like a wow. And if you go back and watch our video that we posted, our reaction to the Goldberg-Lesnar match, around the 11, 12-minute mark of our video, like, you can see it on my face quite clearly that I was like, what did I just see? And from that standpoint... that's what's fun about wrestling. That's what when they find ways to shock you, and that's why we do this. This is why we do the predictions, because if they go against our predictions, what we think they're going to do, they're doing something we don't expect them to do.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
And they did something that shocked us, that we're all like, what? And so they found a way to pass on Lesnar's power level to someone who can take it, but we kind of know what's going to happen. Goldberg, like you said, Brad, could be beat.
Yeah.
I think people are going to be largely okay with that if he does get beat, because it's kind of it was expected Sunday, then it just kind of happened, and now that I think it's cooled off, everybody's kind of come to terms like, okay, this isn't bad. But Lesnar, next time he shows up, I'll probably be tuning in.
Yeah.
I'll probably want to know. I'll probably want to watch.
It is a good
because
point.
it's like, what's going to happen?
Yeah,
What's
because it is a good point now that we're not going into Lesnar matches assuming he's going to. We just,
against the correct person, like
we can't assume anymore,
Yeah.
because it was always safe to assume that Brock was going to squash, just
Yep.
like we all I assumed that Brock was going to squash Goldberg. I thought it was going to be just like he was going to squash Randy, and just like he was going to squash everybody he's been in the ring with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like we knew he wasn't going to lose to Roman at WrestleMania. Like it's been
and I think that's
squash
where
Dean at WrestleMania and everything.
where their problems really started with Brock started to fall apart was at 30 when he beat the streak, and then at 31, I think the guy that was supposed to
It was supposed to be Roman.
It was supposed to be Roman,
The crowd really
but
did
no,
not
they didn't
want
like it, so they.
Well, they didn't decide that until the show, until WrestleMania. That was not. It was Seth wasn't supposed to cash in.
Yeah.
He didn't find out actually until after the Randy match that he was cashing in that night.
Yeah. So I think that's like, once again, with them trying to push Roman, that cascaded down, and that affected how Brock was being portrayed. So if Roman could beat Brock, then I wouldn't say almost anybody could beat Brock, but
If Roman could have beat Brock, it would have been really great to see who could have beat Roman.
yeah.
That
But-
would have been really cool
But
to
yeah,
see.
but since they couldn't, the fans just don't like Roman. Like, they're not. He's become acceptable right now with what's going on with his U.S. title and stuff.
He doesn't have a feud.
Yeah, he doesn't have a feud right
Zero
now.
feud for Roman Reigns.
and see, the problem with Roman Reigns is like it's because they keep trying to force him into that picture. Like,
Yeah.
he's got the U.S. title now. The best thing they did for him was they put him in the mid card and they forced him up.
Took
and
a
they,
belt
and, yeah,
away from him.
They forced him
Took a belt
towards
away from Rusev.
They forced a title. No, they forced the feud with Rusev, and that was neat. It's like he fell mid card, and the fans started to turn. The fans started to be like, "Yeah, this is a Roman I can get behind."
Well, after
I
Hell
like
in a
this
Cell,
Roman.
because
Like,
I loved his Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
And that, to me, was a tip. Like, I was expecting that to be good because I was kind of starting to come around to Roman and his in-ring work. Like, understanding that he is a WWE superstar. He's not a professional wrestler. No, he's a professional wrestler. He's not a wrestler.
he's not a wrestler. He's a
He's a sports entertainer.
He's a WWE superstar. He's not a wrestler.
Yeah, like, so he, like, coming around and actually being able to distinguish that and understanding what he is, like, a wrestler.
WWE superstar.
Yeah.
You could not call
At
him.
best, he's a boxer. At best.
Yeah.
But even then, I wouldn't. That's being generous.
And he's got some mixed martial arts, but Taker's not a wrestler. Taker took a gimmick, and he understood how to wrestle when wrestling didn't have a specialty.
Yep.
And so
Which is fine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys who can do that.
because he
It's
adapted.
fine.
He adapted.
Yeah.
Like he
And I think Roman could largely adapt too, but I think Roman has a move set, specifically the finishers, that I don't think the crowd, like, I don't think
No.
diehard fans enjoy.
they're too low impact.
They're,
The
they're
Superman
kind of
punch-
lazy. They're kind of lazy.
Superman
Yeah, I
punch is
don't-
not a finisher.
No, it's not. And
Could
they
you
tr-
imagine if Roman had Apollo Cruz's finisher?
The standing moonsault,
No, that's not
he,
it.
like
he
the
picks
pump
them up,
the
and
powerbomb move,
he spins them around, and then gives them a power bomb.
the military press powerbomb,
No, he's
electric chair.
Apollo Cruz like sets them up for a power bomb,
Yeah.
pulls them up, spins them around, like
And then
throws,
slams them
spins
down?
them around, catches
their
them,
face.
and then
Oh, so is it the electric
they
chair?
Come, they come
No, they
down on
land-
their back.
So he doesn't set them up in an electric chair and then spins them around and power bombs?
No,
he
he
lifts them up in a
sets them
powerbomb
up like the
power
jackknife power bomb. But when he gets them up here, Apollo Crews like kind of pushes them up, like pops them up
and
the air,
spins them 360 and then power bombs them.
spins them around, and then power bombs them.
Jeez.
It's there's something like that goes on with Apollo Crews with his finisher.
Is that my phone?
Yeah. Because it's the one Hunter designed for Apollo Crews.
But Roman does the cross power bomb. The crucifix sit down power bomb into a pin. I think what I would love to see Roman do is I would love to see Roman take a boxing style. Imagine Roman becoming a really developed striker, more so with faster hands like Undertaker does. Imagine him moving quick at his feet and throwing hands faster, getting guys in the corner, throwing body shots quicker. Like if he developed a real striking game, I think Roman could win fans over with that alone. If Roman picked up on his agility and he gave up the Superman punch, keep the spear.
Yeah, the spear's fine. He does a great
spear
for him. Yeah, unless you're Shane McMahon.
Oh God, Shane. God, I don't know how he didn't croak. Yeah, military press. Yeah, there's the military press. Okay, he drops him. It's gonna happen. Standing moves. Or is this when he wins? No, he's gonna do it here.
So we're just watching the Apollo Crews footage here.
Oh yeah, this is what I thought. A back suplex into a spinning powerbomb? Or sit down powerbomb?
Sit down powerbomb, spins and powerbombs him?
That's it, yeah.
Okay, so he goes for a
back suplex into a powerbomb.
Yeah. I was gonna say he 360s them or up top, like pops them up and 360s them and power them. That'd be real cool to see a guy spin, but still, no, you're right. I think Roman needs a high impact.
10 on Impact these days. It used to be goat. Nothing can touch the Styles Clash.
Not right now, no, for Impact, because you're getting your whole body eats that match.
Yeah, pump up powerbomb's pretty good.
Powerbomb's pretty good.
Nothing can touch that Styles. Well, the pedigree's the pedigree, but nothing can touch the Styles Clash, in my opinion.
Yeah, right now.
AJ.
Back, continuing on with the Roman talk, though, the best thing that could happen to him is get buried a little bit. And see, he won the U.S. title. Then that was kind of cool. People liked that. And then all of a sudden, they forced him right back up. All of a sudden, he was right back in the title picture.
Yeah,
well, we're going to get it's him and Kevin Owens at Roadblock.
If that's what it is...
It's already confirmed.
If that's what it is, they do decide to follow through
Prudential Center already advertised it.
Yeah.
That's a massive, massive mistake.
Yeah.
That's a massive...
Yeah.
You have Kevin Owens with the white-hot Chris Jericho. And then you're going to put in Roman Reigns against there?
It's going to be Seth Rollins and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Where's Triple H?
But it's like, that's not happening.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Triple H.
No, he's not.
He's not.
You gotta stop.
Yeah, the
Triple H stuff is dead.
It can't be dead.
It is dead. Their storytelling sucks.
Yeah.
Get with the program.
Damn hashtags.
Yeah.
Speaking of, WWE is looking for writers right now.
No shit. They probably have one guy,
PG.
and he's no crap. He's probably the one dude's probably burnt out.
Yeah.
He's writing the same stuff, and he doesn't know. He only thinks he's so run down. He runs.
Dewey Foley's just not cutting it.
He writes week to week. Yeah, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh God.
But Roman going to mid card, I think would be best for him. We already noticed it. It was he started to turn. It was crowd started to get behind him. They forced him back to the top. The crowd doesn't like him.
Braun needs to squash him.
Yeah.
Braun,
that's what needs to happen.
Squash him.
Have Braun squash Roman.
Go from Sami Zayn to Roman Reigns. Squash.
Yeah.
U.S. champion.
And then
holds it for the year. I don't even care.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but then. And Roman's the heel in that situation. And
Braun's already pretty much a fit. Braun's not a heel. I don't think Braun's a heel.
He's riding that fine line so far, but they're not.
Right now,
they're not sure which way to tip him yet.
Because he's just so. People get it now. Survivor Series was so good for him. Yeah. He took Survivor Series and he ran with it. That was his breakout match, and he was on. Like I said in the hot tag, he was on the cusp. He was just one little nudge away from being he's for real. Yeah. He's a Raw superstar. Yeah. He's not some up and coming. guy. That match put him. Big Cass wasn't in that match.
No.
Braun Strowman was in that match, and
Yep.
Braun Strowman hung with the faces of the company in that match.
Yep.
Like newest guy in the roster in that match, and he did great stuff for his career long term in that match. Established himself.
Yep.
Have him squash Roman.
Bury Roman a bit. Have Roman see if Roman wants to take some time off.
Put Roman, put
him in a TV show or movie or something.
Maybe like lose the belt. Maybe either go like you know what? Pair Roman. Oh, we got Baron Corbin on the brain.
Yeah, I would think that too.
Pair Roman up with somebody and put them in the tag team division.
You know what you do? You have him lose to Braun, and then have him get pumped by Samoa Joe.
That'd be a good feud.
Oh my god! People would love Samoa Joe for that.
Have him pumped by Samoa Joe, then have Roman struggle to pick up a win. Make people feel bad for Roman.
That's a good point.
Damn, like Roman.
Because they did that.
Oh man,
they did Roman it wrong with it. Like, because you can't make people feel bad for Roman when it's a heel authority angle because you know he's gonna he's gonna conquer them.
Plus, nobody can get behind Roman because we're watching him be given everything.
Yeah.
So they can't, like, even when he's irrelevant, they all of a sudden he's relevant, and it's like, no, like, stop.
Like he won the U.S. title and then was
sudden,
at the end of Raw every week. It was
at the end of Raw.
Coming out to he was
Kevin Owens. He was the last guy to come out when everybody was coming out. He'd be the last music to hit, and it's like, okay, you're obviously giving him everything. Stop it. And it's like Roadblock. Like Roadblock's going through. He's going to be despised.
Yeah.
He's going to be despised. So they should have him lose a Roadblock. They then should have him squashed by Braun. Then by this, and not right away, like sort of float Roman where you've been at, but build towards the Rumble. Have him squashed by Braun, like the midway point between Roadblock and the Rumble, so like the second or third Raw, and then have Samoa Joe come out around the same time, have Samoa Joe appear and squash him. Or have Samoa Joe show up in the Rumble and pump Roman. Like have Roman come out the next guy to come out with Samoa Joe toss him immediately.
I cannot
and then just
wait
have
for
him
the Royal Rumble.
Have him stare down and say something like, "You're nothing, boy," and then like have Samoa Joe pump Roman, or have them feud for the U.S. title and slap the belt on Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe be the first. No, well, see now this is interesting because they booked Nakamura Joe 3 for Osaka, Japan in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
On NXT.
That would be the major indicator on who's coming when.
Yeah.
But I think that's an indicator. That tells us who's going to win the belt because you're not going to...
I don't think you have Shinsuke lose in Japan, but NXT's a different beast.
Yeah.
Because I didn't expect Samoa Joe to win that belt and take over.
No.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I wish I hadn't got it spoiled because you were like, early on, Dawson and I watched it, Dawson Fresh Eyes, and he was like, Nakamura wins this match. And then Joe hits the power slam on the steel steps, throws him back in the ring, hits the muscle buster. And the 1, 2, 3 Dawson marked. Like, It was a shock.
I didn't expect him to win.
Yeah.
So I think that's how you should paint Roman as a guy who all of a sudden loses his way.
Yeah.
Can't seem to pick up wins. Yeah. Can't seem to scrap his way. Kind of becomes a broken Roman Reigns.
I was gonna say, does he get pessimistic and starts going heely a bit?
No, I don't know if he'd have to go heely per se, but a guy who can't pick up a win and then pair him at that time with someone who's hot, someone who's a face, who's over.
On Raw?
Yeah.
Hot?
Go.
Not now. No, not now, but like months down the road. So it could be anybody. It could be Finn Balor's back, and then Finn Balor picks him up, and then all of a sudden the club starts.
Finn Balor will be back, yeah. Club, Raw, yep.
And have bring Roman in on that stable. Have him a second guy.
What were you gonna say, Brad? Because that put me on a new tangent, but I want to get Brad's point out of the way.
Yeah, we keep.
Is that a new hat?
No, I had this one for a while.
Okay, keep going.
I should just like both of these.
Okay.
It's a nice sweater.
Thanks, man.
Carry on.
This is where the whole Goldberg thing is starting to worry me because
it's gonna happen. What you're thinking is gonna happen because that's what I think is gonna happen.
Because they're talking about one more title run. He's going in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So first things first. is the Royal Rumble going to be for the Universal title?
It
like
is.
It was last year?
It definitely is.
Because Daniel Bryan said it!
Daniel Bryan said it
on Talking Smack.
He said on Talking Smack, he dropped accidentally about how, oh yeah, man, it's going to be interesting, the Rumble, like who will win the title.
Yeah.
And he said that, and
He
it was
said
like,
Yeah.
I was in the bathroom. Benjamin was
Wait.
you were sitting out here, and you were on your phone or something.
Yeah, and I had to
I
go
was
back.
I was like
What was
listening
that?
to it, and I was like, what did Daniel Bryan just say? And he went back, and then he said something along the lines of title at the Rumble.
Maybe that's... this is me thinking that WWE can tell stories, cough, Triple H, cough. For Raw losing the 5v5 men's, the Universal title has to be on the line in the Royal Rumble. Boom. That's how you do it.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
Whoever loses Survivor Series, their respective title is on the line in the Royal Rumble match. No, but then how do you crown... How the heck do you crown a number one contender for SmackDown now? It's not going to be the high... They're not going to do highest ranking SmackDown star. Would they? It's kind of what they've always done.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for the Rumble.
Should be fun.
But no. Yeah, no. What you're getting at
Yeah,
is
I'm
Roman's going to beat Goldberg.
No,
That's
I'm
what
not
I'm
getting.
getting
I'm
at.
not getting at that at all.
Roman is going to beat Goldberg. You
I
watch.
I have a sneaking.
He's going to beat him dirty.
I just have a sneaking suspicion. What I wanted to happen was for Finn to come back and win the Rumble.
Oh, well, that's like... The odds of that are so high, you may as well not even bet on it.
But now I'm
Like, you may as well
thinking.
bet on it. That's a safe bet.
Now
But
I'm just thinking if they're gonna give. I feel like they're gonna give Goldberg a title shot, and he's gonna win the Rumble most likely.
I don't think...
I think that'd be the best part. That'd be we were mentioning Brock and Goldberg at the very end there. That's what I had in mind. Was it'd be for the title, and that's how you give Goldberg the title, and then you wouldn't have to have him beat someone. Per se.
Yeah, true. And then have him lose on Raw next night.
Have like Braun Strowman and Lesnar like double eliminate each other at the end, and have Lesnar just kicking around for the lulz.
Because
If we're getting early... Go ahead.
I was gonna say because the WWE. I mean, they don't have to do it, but realistic. I mean, they didn't do it with Seth, but they should get the Universal title back on Finn as fast as they can when he comes back.
Oh, they absolutely will.
They need.
I think they learned a lesson with Finn, or I think they learned a lesson with Seth when they didn't put the belt on him right away when he came back. I think they burned the fact that like they lost that opportunity to really cash in on his face-ness because holy frig, he was hot as a face when he came back right away.
And he didn't go face though. That's just it. If Seth came back and went face, he would be Universal Champion
Definitely.
right now.
Definitely.
If Seth came back as a face,
If
Yeah.
his face, if they would have made him face, if
Yeah.
Seth would have
Yeah, that's
just
what I'm saying.
He would have propelled them.
Yeah.
he would have like.
It was a missed opportunity, big
Yeah.
time.
And so that's
when
what
they tried to force him heel. Massive mistake.
And I think they learned that then, and you'll see Finn get good.
Yeah.
I hope so because I mean that's it would suck having the belt for less than 24 hours and
Yeah.
then having to wait 8, 10, maybe a year, 8 months, 10 months, or a year before he gets back to that Universal title.
Yeah.
I don't think
Or just send him to SmackDown.
Finn winning the belt is safe as a bet as we all think it is.
No, and that's just it. I
Some it's
don't
not.
think it is either, and that's why.
Well, you asked me a month ago, like he was sure as anything gonna win that Rumble, and I just don't think it's the same. I just don't think his odds are the same anymore.
Yeah, no, I think there's been a little bit of shift in the landscape a bit in the last little while. I don't think he'd be a slam dunk.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I don't trust him as much anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the guy I think's barreling towards a title reign, another title reign, is Seth
Baron
Rollins.
Corbin. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's got to happen. He still has not. He won the championship for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because Dean Ambrose is a thing that for some reason exists in the company and is over with casual fans. But they had to do that. Money in the Bank trash.
Yeah.
And ruin, like, they threw away a year's worth of creative backdoor with the Money in the Bank, blowing Money in the Bank the same night as Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
You will never see that again, I don't think.
No, I don't think so either.
They need that creative out.
They do. They
Desperately.
really do. In a
That
lot of
is
different ways.
creatives' Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
That is.
As kind of apropos as it is. So Seth, unfortunately, has not had this title. Every time it's been something chintzy. It's been Triple H cough. It's been it's been heel tactics. It's been Chris Jericho. It's been Money in the Bank. Something has always prevented Seth from getting that belt, and it's long overdue. And he is simmering, but I think his time could pass.
Yeah.
I think he could grow stale.
Seth's new things seem to be jumping off of stuff as high as they possibly can be.
He was like that in the Shield, though.
Was he?
Yeah, he was the high.
He was
high
doing
octane,
when they were doing
high
6-man tags against the
Because-
Wyatts, which was I got to go back and watch those from last year, and Evolution last year between Extreme Rules and Payback, and there was another tag match in there someplace.
Yeah.
They had phenomenal. Like he was jumping off. He did the same stage spot, not stage spot, but crowd spot where he jumped off the top, like at the top of an entranceway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Onto everybody, which anyway, Seth's been, but yeah, Seth is long overdue for a title shot.
Yeah.
This tangent went pretty well for being about Goldberg.
Yeah, it did.
Topic to topic, which rolled me towards what you were saying. Who's due for a title shot is
Baron Corbin. God,
They
would you say no?
no. Are you out of
well,
here?
no. Okay, no. Sorry, I take that back. I take that. Like, you're not talking about world title. You're just talking about a title.
No, I'm talking world title.
Fuck no. Sorry.
That's not PG.
Sorry. No.
I can edit that for YouTube.
Benjamin, a moment, please. What's Brad doing here? I don't get it. Why does
We gotta
how
get the
is he
belt
still
off him.
champion? Anyway, we'll break this. We'll get back to this.
Ben Club meeting later.
And Club. No. Baron Corbin, no. He's not. Not
Baron-
getting within that world title.
They are
Until
grossly
after
mishandling the guy who's the next Undertaker.
I would argue that they are grossly mishandling him. I think they are. The evolution of Baron Corbin is occurring at a slower pace than it should be.
Yeah.
I think that he is taking the right steps to establish himself as a monster on SmackDown, and I think that
Squashing Kalisto
I was
doesn't
gonna
make
say,
you a monster.
yeah, the Kalisto
well,
stuff
he
has
gets
gotta
it out
stop.
of the he gets Kalisto out of the way. Then what's next after that?
Yeah.
Like
He's-
even if he does have a feud with Kane, as garbage as that's going to be, he's going to go over Kane. And then who's really left after that at the lower card? After that, he's got to either face somebody in that IC title,
Exactly.
like Dolph.
He's
yeah.
gotta go
Maybe he
with-
has a
He's
Dolph
gotta go
feud,
for the IC title.
or he's got to go for Miz feud, or it's time to go up to the top.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
You don't skip. Baron Corbin is not the type of, like,
Say it.
Go on.
superstar that can skip the IC and go right for the world
Yes,
title.
he
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay,
at
Brad.
all.
So, what's Braun Strowman? Where should Braun Strowman fall?
Braun Strowman, right now?
Yeah, where would you put him? What title?
He's got to go after the U.S. title.
He's got to go after that. I'd say he's got to go after that Universal title.
He-
Nothing could stop him from going after that
He's
Universal title.
He's barreling towards Universal title.
Nothing can stop. If Braun Strowman was put in that picture, it would take dirty wins every time to stop Braun Strowman from winning that Universal title.
Yeah, that's where he's at right now.
Baron Corbin has the potential to be in that same realm because he's already great on the mic. Does not need to work on that at all. His in-ring's probably a 6 to 7. Got a little bit of work to do there.
But he's superstar wrestling,
But
so...
he's superstar wrestling. He's a Golden Glove boxer.
Yeah.
So he's got that Undertaker strike.
Yeah.
Like, he knocked Kane down with one punch. Kayfabe. But, like, it's... Baron Corbin has all the right pieces because he is...
The lone wolf,
Pardon the
like-
pun, he is the lone wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to do anything with he's not going to join the Wyatts because he's going to be like, that's stupid. He's going to blow, if he goes near the Wyatts, he's going to blow the gimmick up. He's going to blow the gimmick right up. He's like, you guys are all dumb.
Yeah.
And then he's going to go skip right on by and go after the world title.
I'm not saying that.
No, you're saying you hate Baron Corbin and you think he deserves failure.
All right,
I'm
this
not-
podcast is over. I can't handle this.
Oh my god, I'm not saying that either. I just don't think right now
Thanks for the water.
Not
that the world title is in his picture. Not right now.
2017.
2017.
He's going to have a great Royal Rumble. Tell you that
Quite
right now.
possibly,
He's gonna eliminate.
Yeah.
He's gonna eliminate half a dozen guys, and he's gonna be in there for about 30 minutes. He's gonna have a great Royal Rumble. I'm calling it.
Have him. Well, he already won the
Andre
the
the
Giant
Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah.
He won that last
Second
year.
one.
Have him eliminate Strowman.
No, James Ellsworth's gonna eliminate Strowman.
Yeah, fuck, that's a thing.
But that brings me to my next question though. Who's in the title hunt right now for SmackDown? Are they just gonna have Dean Ambrose and AJ wrestle each other? That's what I kind of feel like we're at with the WWE right now. Is just we have two guys, three guys all in the title hunts, and there's no one else around.
Such a beefy mid card on Raw that they forced two of them to go be a tag team.
Yeah. See, and this
Cesaro
is...
and Sheamus.
I know. I'm thinking that's such a waste.
SmackDowns are so thin.
Yeah, this is what I thought was going to be...
I think both of them are thin, to be honest.
Be the thing when...
Raw's is thin because they're 3 hours.
When The Miz beat Dolph last week, I was like, okay, I'm fine with that because then that means the Dean and AJ thing has to end at TLC. I am tired of that.
Yeah, it's gonna end.
And then I was like, okay, Dolph's a face, AJ's a heel. Run that for a month or two.
I'll go ahead and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna drop one of my predictions for TLC. I'll give you a little teaser. No, I'm doing it. No, I'll do it. Here's one little predictor for TLC. Okay. AJ's retaining. That's pretty obvious. Dean will go heel on James Ellsworth
Yeah, I'm alright with that.
at TLC. There you go. That's a freebie. That one's on me. And so Dean's gonna go heel.
Wow.
That will fracture him away from the WWE Championship picture and put him in a program with James Ellsworth, where he'll either kill James Ellsworth or James Ellsworth will get a win, clean, somehow. I hope, because I can't tell who I want buried more, Dean or James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth.
Yeah, you're right. Because
let's not even joke around. Dean is actually a legit talent. James Ellsworth is a meme.
Yeah, James Ellsworth is a meme.
As much smack we talk about Dean Ambrose, the guy's actually a performer. He's got some superstar characteristics to him. Ellsworth is a meme.
Yeah. What do you got there?
See, that's a little rough to say because he's been an indie wrestler for 15 years.
Not that character's not an indie wrestler for
anything. No, I know, and that's not his fault. That's what the WWE is placing on.
Anyway, that's my.
What are you saying, Brad? James Ellsworth would make a great universal or world heavyweight champion?
God, no.
Is that what you're getting at?
Hold me back.
No, not at all.
Take my belt first.
Oh my god.
It's all right. It's all right. Settle down.
You better watch
it.
God. So that's how you get Dean out of that, and then after that, Bray automatically goes after the World Championship.
Oh God, yes.
Should have been done. Should have been done on Tuesday.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for that possibility of him.
No, it shouldn't have. I'm stupid. Dawson is right. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody.
Okay.
I'm so excited for next Tuesday to see what happens with that tag team.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So we're gonna have American Alpha go over the Y family.
Arbreo
isn't bad, but yeah, that's
I still like Brandy.
I hate it.
If we it would be a real good push for American Alpha if they can go over on the Y family.
No,
if they can go over on the Soul Survivors from Survivor Series. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say they just did such a good thing with actually giving the Wyatts a win though. To do that to them.
But how better to establish American Alpha than have them pump Heath Slater and Rhino, and then all of a sudden it's okay, who's next? And have American Alpha clean house until the Revival shows up to put on world-class matches.
Top guys.
There's been a lot of internet chatter going on.
The Revival are
about
great. Is that what you're getting at?
Well, not just the Revival, but there's
Authors of Pain.
Cesaro was throwing shade around this week on Twitter about being tired, and Daniel Bryan said, "Come on over to SmackDown."
Oh yeah, I did see something along those lines.
The Revival was throwing shade about how he didn't think it was fair that the Hype Bros and guys like that got called up to NXT, got called up to the main roster before them.
Yeah, Mojo Rawley getting called up was stupid.
Yeah, he was. They were throwing a lot of shade around about who's where and what, and I was like, oh yeah.
So maybe that's how you do it. Maybe you put American Alpha over the Wyatt family, establish them as you put them into the Heath Slater Rhino picture, have them beat them. Then call the Revival up and actually, for once, legitimize the SmackDown tag teams. And then quickly and work some angle that the Y family, it's Bray's targeting AJ, and then go from there. Have Dean drop down and feud with The Miz or something. The Miz and Dolph.
You know what AJ's next feud is going to be after Dean?
Big Match John.
Nope.
Please enlighten us.
The Miz.
No.
Dolph?
No. Taker.
You read too many dirt sheets.
That's what the rumor is.
Oh my God, no.
Taker beats AJ at the Rumble.
Piss off.
Just in time for Big Match John to come back for WrestleMania and win his 16th World Championship.
But when does... So The Undertaker's going to defend his title? I guess he would at every pay-per-view. Maybe each month. He'd only have to defend it a couple times.
That match should not have a title.
To Rumble. No, you don't have to do it once in February.
I see what you're getting at.
Oh, February, March.
What would he be? He'd be 21-2? 22-2?
He would be 22-2. That match should not have a title on the
So let John pick up a win over Undertaker and have him tie the 16.
Yeah.
That match.
And that could be Taker's final.
No, what I'm saying, that match should not have a title in it.
The AJ Taker one?
Oh, maybe...
You're talking Cena Undertaker.
Maybe... Yeah, I'm talking Cena Undertaker. That match should not have a title involved in it. It doesn't need a... They do not need a belt in that feud. That match will draw a full stadium.
Yeah,
they do not need to put a belt on the line in that match.
But what's the point, though?
It's the man of the 90s and 2000s.
It's the guy who's been in
No,
like,
I know,
the face.
but like, how do you what sets up that rivalry though? For whatever reason, because Taker was gone when Cena was there, and Cena's gone while Taker's there. Like, what's the catalyst to make them?
Have they ever gone at it at WrestleMania?
Taker.
They've never wrestled at a WrestleMania ever.
Yeah, there you go.
They've
the story
rarely wrestled in general. Yeah.
The story writes itself, kind of. It's the guy who's the face of the product for the past decade versus the icon.
Yeah.
Kind of writes itself.
Just a legend versus legend.
Yeah.
There was no reason to put Hogan and Rock against one another.
That's what it'd be. That the Undertaker and Cena would be this generation's Hulk and The Rock.
I never looked at it that way, but yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
That booking,
but they'd have to build a good storyline for that, because that Rock and Hogan.
The Rock
match,
Hogan, well, because Hogan had NWO behind him.
Yeah.
Right.
I think you could do some interesting things there where, oh God, I wish Cena would do like a young heel stable so bad. Like NWO.
Yeah,
Pull up two NXT talents and just turn them all heel, and him be a heel too.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
I know. God,
him and like Bobby Roode, and Ty Dillinger.
But Bobby Roode
and
oh
Cena.
my!
And then
Bobby Roode and John Cena.
Who else could you toss the Revival in there too? Then it'll be the classic like top tier, middle tier.
No, you just need one more guy.
No, tag team. The classic 4-guy stable with two of them being tag teams, and then your face. Like you'd have your Triple H, you'd have your Randy Orton, and then you'd have the Flair Batista.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh baby, Bobby Roode and John Cena as in a stable.
Cena, Bobby Roode, and then like the Revival or something. Some like classic clear-cut heels, and try to swing Cena heel. Change up his look. Give him like tights or something.
Well, that's what I want.
Jeans,
that's almost what I want for Roman Reigns to some
Yeah.
extent, is to like start up a little heel stable. Be like, I did it with the Shield, I can do it again.
Yeah.
And him and the Usos run all heels.
I feel like him and Seth are starting to become buddy again, so they're kind of trying to cash in on that Shield magic.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Trash as that is.
Trash.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll do the draft in July.
They'll do it. No, it'll be April. It'll be the day right after WrestleMania.
The Raw.
Oh no,
WrestleMania.
I'm not talking NXT draft. I'm talking cross promotion.
Yeah.
Oh, you talk about like a
Because that's what they used to do
No, it used to be
after WrestleMania.
After
Weeks
WrestleMania.
after WrestleMania, yeah.
Did they say they were going to do that this time through?
No.
They got to. Please do it. It's going to be some neat storytelling in
Yeah.
that respect. I always got fired up for those.
Oh, it was so
The
good.
week
when
after
Cena
WrestleMania.
when Cena got called over to Raw,
Yeah.
when Cena got drafted to Raw, he was the first draft pick of that draft after WrestleMania 21.
He went to Raw, and I think Triple H went to SmackDown. They swapped big guys that night. Who was champion at the time?
And
21
then
was WWE.
Triple H went to SmackDown, and then Triple H went back to Raw, and then Batista went to SmackDown
Yeah.
at the end because
Oh, no. Yeah. That's exactly how it went down. Batista was the World Heavyweight Champion at that time.
yeah.
So they flipped Triple H, and then they flipped him back
Yeah.
the same night.
Yeah.
See, that kind of stuff. Like, you can do cool things, and it's interesting fiction at work.
I don't think it was after WrestleMania because Cena had to have his matches with JBL. He had his match at the Great American Bash, and then he had his match at Judgment Day because the Judgment Day one was not a quit match, and it was bloody. And then I think they had the draft. So that would put the draft in July.
Maybe it is in
just
summer.
before SummerSlam.
The same time it was this past year. Because then, leading up to SummerSlam, they had John Cena versus Triple H for the WWE Championship. Batista versus JBL.
You know what? It's funny how you can't appreciate things in the moment.
You really can't.
Triple H and John Cena.
Yeah.
Looking back on that, think about that.
Well, Triple H.
You know what I mean?
Triple H with the World Championship.
Yeah.
And Evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can't really
Triple H.
appreciate things until they're gone. That's kind
Yeah.
of why we were on the bandwagon of appreciate John Cena now, because he is a walking around legend.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, stop giving him flack. This guy
I'd say
is.
and
Stop
he's
going
probably
Cena.
only got like 5 years left, I think.
Yeah, it's going to...
Of
Which is a
being
shame.
somewhat consistent.
37, 38, he'll be 43. Like, man, he'll be getting old. Like, he'll be getting old enough to break off, just like Dwayne did.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a shame.
Yeah.
The man was more of a draw than Hogan ever was, more of a draw than Rock ever was.
But hated more than both of them.
Hard to say if he was more in a draw than Stone Cold.
He carried them through a lot of dark days.
Yeah.
Some people think he was to blame, but some people think he was.
He was not. You'll look back and be like, wow, this guy carried the business for a while.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's flip over to the current. Let's go back to SmackDown. Let's talk about TLC a bit because we pretty much got the card.
Yeah, we pretty much got Dean.
A little
We
bit.
touched a little bit on the Miz and Dolph, which I think largely, like, I don't know if there has to be too much said about it. Like, it's
gonna be
what,
that
the
match
third or
again.
fourth time they do it. It'll be a hell of a match. Like, they'll put on a
Is
$10
their
show.
match a TLC match?
Ladder match.
Ladder match.
Just a
yeah.
ladder match?
Just ladder.
Should be
Okay.
great.
So it should
Yep.
be a real good match. Then we have Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss. Also,
God, I wish that would be a TLC match.
That should be. I'm surprised it's not a tables match
I'm surprised it's not something else either. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't work an angle.
because they saved the stipulation match for Nikki Bella and Carmella in a no
Yeah.
DQ match,
Yeah.
and Nikki Bella was just like, and it's a no DQ match, and Sasha women, we did it again somewhere
Yeah.
screaming like that, and Nikki Bella's just like, shut up. We're just gonna fight in a no DQ match,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be
Because
fine.
there's absolutely nothing different between men performers and women. SmackDown continues to do right. No difference.
Nope, it's
If
fantastic.
you write it for men, you write it for women.
Yep,
There's no difference.
I was elated when she was just like, yeah, and we can do whatever we want to each other because it's no DQ. And then that was it.
Yeah.
I was like, Nikki Bella, who has arguably been the face for women's wrestling for the past 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
Exclude Paige, exclude AJ Lee. Because Paige ruined her life. AJ Lee is a devout wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Nikki Bella has been a huge draw for the women's division, like with her E-Network shows, etc.
Yep.
And for her to just be like, no DQ match, TLC, and then just drop it,
Yep.
huge, in my opinion, great moment.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a third match. Baron Corbin and Kalisto in a chairs match. I hate that so much.
It's wasted Baron Corbin.
Well, no, I hate the chairs match. The match had to happen between them. It's illegal.
Chair.
Just
and
pick
then,
a pin. Position. Weird.
Yeah.
And then TLC match because it's Rhino.
Yeah, there will be a tag match. Yeah, because whoever wins American Alpha
Or
and
it'll be-
Rayo faces Heath Slater and Rhino at TLC for the tag team
It'll be
titles.
a tag tables match so Rhino can gore somebody through a table.
I don't want a tables match for the tag titles. I think you'll get enough table spots in TLC.
Yeah.
TLC match.
Yeah.
Like for the W. And then is that it?
Nikki Bella, Carmella,
Carmella,
Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Baron Corbin, Kalisto.
IC title, tag title, world title.
Yeah.
There's your 6. There's your 6 matches.
Yeah.
There's all
That's
6.
TLC.
So
Should be fun.
should be fun.
SmackDown is the A show, so their pay-per-views have been excellent. I don't think
Pre-show?
anything's going to change.
What do we think we're getting on the pre-show? Pre-show match? What do you think we're
Oh.
getting?
Oh, pre-show matches. Oh, that's...
Apollo Crews versus Tyler Breeze, and a loser continues to
Shakes their head
absolutely
match.
cry that they're not in NXT anymore.
And winner gets to cry because they two are not on NXT anymore.
I think you'll see a tag match with like
I was
the
gonna say
Fashion Police
Taker
versus
and
the
Kane
Ascension.
or
No, the Usos, I think, get some time.
yeah. See, and this is just it. Like, would Bray and Randy? Do you leave them out of it? Well, yeah, I guess because Randy's having a baby, or his wife's having
Already
a baby.
did.
Already
Happened
did?
on Tuesday.
Okay, so he's gonna be out for a while. He'll be taking a break. No, because they're wrestling on Tuesday.
No rest for the wicked.
That's the name of the game.
Yep.
Wow. But yeah, like,
You know what you sign up for.
That just gave me a crazy idea.
The child becomes like part of the Y family or something.
That'd be
like,
cool, but like Matt Hardy's kid, but no.
What's Matt Hardy's kid? Oh shoot.
Maxis.
Maxwell.
Prince
Maxwell.
Maxwell.
Yeah.
Prince Maxwell.
AJ wins, and then Bray throws him off the top of the ladder when he wins.
What? Yeah.
Bray.
Yeah.
See, I would like that because then that would push
Bray and Alexa Bliss?
AJ. Yeah, push AJ. I'm thinking
Sister
of
Abigail?
AJ.
And then pick up that
AJ
title, and then
Styles.
close the show with that.
But it would push Bray or AJ back to being a face.
My heart beats
Yep.
so fast. Would
yeah, because you have Ambrose turn on Ellsworth. You make Dean go heel.
The only way AJ
you have a
stays,
double flip.
Yeah, the only way AJ stays heel is if his next contender is Dolph.
suppose. What's Dolph gonna do?
Nothing. Get fucking get shelled.
Not PG. That's
Get
4.
buried.
That's 4.
I don't know if I don't know if like what was the point of him losing the IC title to just win it back.
Are you booking TLC?
3 weeks later? I haven't come down to a final decision yet, but like
Those thoughts are probably wrong.
Probably. Jeepers.
I just
Hold on to that title by the skin of your teeth as it is.
I just don't see the point. Like, why would you? I mean, it's the WWE. They can do
Because
whatever
it's
the hell-
creative and
Yeah.
the storytelling is trash and
But
they don't care.
But they put on good matches.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
Yep. So TLC will be great.
TLC will be great. 6 matches in a 3-hour show.
Yeah, SmackDown is just keeps on chugging right along. Their pay-per-views are excellent. You know what isn't so great? Monday Night Raw. Largely not great.
It's not. I don't even think we had to spend that much time on Raw.
No, I don't really want to talk about it.
Chris
The
Jericho.
Seth Rollins KO match was very good until the end of the match was
The
trash.
highlight reel was incredible because Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens.
Oh yeah,
are
that was
magic.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna fight, and then it was just like
I said
Great
Dawson, I was like, they're both gonna say Roman Reigns same time.
Yep.
And then lo and behold,
And they did.
God, Dawson, how's your list coming?
You know
what, Benjamin, with a comment like that? You know what?
No.
You know what happened to
No,
you?
not yet.
With a comment like that?
Yep. We're working on
That's
it.
a
Well,
thing.
the gimmick is going to be a thing. I got the clipboard ready, so one name has to be on there already. He's coincidentally our Never Over People's Champion, or Never Over People's Champion. I remember putting the People's Champ.
Oh, is it Mushmoo?
Yeah.
Mushmoo's going on.
I put him on the list on Sunday. He's the first name. I didn't forget.
Wow.
Yep.
He's going to be gutted.
Our Never Over... he knows. Okay. Our Never Over People's Champion, co-champion with Bala Mushmoo. He knows the deal. He knows what's up. So...
That is something that's also up for grabs. So you'll see that poll happening on our Twitter page and over on YouTube next week. I'll probably have it up in hot tag because by then we should have our TLC card finals. We pretty much got it finalized already, but it's just a little bit early to do it up. So we'll keep an eye out for that next week. Next week hot tag, and then
Wrastle Recap podcast
number
P something.
R.I.P. Brad's title reign.
I like that.
That's going to be the name of it. Yep. So you
Part
see that
one.
Part one. We'll do two parts, and then
when
when he
episode
loses,
7, we'll have part
part
2. Celebratory edition.
I like that.
Fantastic.
That's a great idea.
Wonderful.
Oh
I
man,
cannot wait.
I cannot wait for that either. That should be good.
Wow, we are the best of friends.
We
Sometimes.
are the. Sometimes we just get it.
Look at these two fools.
Also just want to make a quick note here. If you're watching us live, you're not doing it on YouTube right now. You're doing it over on twitch.tv/neveroverlive. If you're not aware yet, you'll be probably watching this on YouTube because we'll have uploaded it as well. So that's not live. But make sure that you're also following us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/neveroverlive for our live viewing parties and live Wrastle Recaps, in case you're not caught up. This is where we will be for live streams until February.
Or the foreseeable future. We're optimistic.
Or indefinitely, yep.
We're
Could be
optimistic.
sooner. Could be sooner. Could be not. But for now, we're right here on twitch.tv/neverover. Also follow us on
Oh my goodness.
Twitter @neveroverlive. Again, I love the uniform usernames. I wish we had a third social network, but then I really, really am glad we don't. Because, wow, that would be hard to manage.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
So, twitter.com/neveroverlive, twitch.tv/neveroverlive, and then you're seeing this on YouTube, so... but yeah, so next week we got hot tag, Wrastle Recap number 6, Rep Brad's Championship Edition. And that will also be TLC predictions as well.
Yep.
I think we're going to do that from now on.
I think we'll do the Groove of Us, yeah. I think it's a good idea.
I like it. I like doing a predictions podcast edition.
Yep.
To me, it just cuts the fat.
We can talk about some stuff, and then that'll lead us into our the Sunday, the pay-per-view Sunday, where...
On December 4th.
December 4th, we'll have our pre-show start at 7 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, right over there. Scare me every time. And instead of doing the predictions and eating up some time with the pre-show, that way we can more discuss the picks.
Instead of eating up time in the pre-show, we can eat up
Papa
John's.
Papa John's.
We can eat up Papa John's.
Delicious Papa John's, in the pre-show. And Rip Brad for his garbage. Oh,
they are
trash
going to be horrible picks.
All right. You know what? I'm tired of this stuff right now.
Who did I say? PG.
I'm throwing down a challenge.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay. A wager, perhaps?
No, I'm throwing down a
Okay.
challenge. From now on, if there is a tie in picks, the deciding factor to champion,
The
tiebreaker is a match in 2K17 where the challengee gets to pick the match. Becomes the champion. I'm so confident, I'll do it right now.
No,
I hate that idea.
You keep your championship.
I don't like it.
No?
I think, if you tied, it's like a no count. So it's like both men don't answer the count. The count out. Yeah, that's the way I kind of look at it. A tie is a thing that can happen, and the champion always retains in a tie situation. So
I'm saying we could have a wager, like we could do a WWE 2K17 series for bragging rights, or like a wager.
because I'm bad at that video game, that sounds like trash.
You beat me twice. You beat me twice once. We're
Twice,
even.
Twice once?
We're even. You beat me last night, fair and square.
It's still trash.
Wow.
Just
Actually, no. I vote yes to the tiebreaker. And Brad, how do you vote for the tiebreaker?
Well, I proposed it, so.
So that's a yes.
But I count as 3 votes.
No.
Yes.
So I think we have a solution for tiebreaker. I think we got a solution here.
You think so?
We'll come back.
Yeah, we're gonna sleep on this one a while.
We'll come back and we'll let you guys know.
Because technically we're
next
going
week.
into our blow-off match right now.
Suppose. Despite the fact that, yeah, we're going into the rubber match. Well, no, because I was robbed of my championship at Survivor Series.
It's not my fault you picked Brock Lesnar. Told you not to. You know what? You know what crushes me?
I
Is
picked
if
Charlotte and won.
Dawson had stayed with Goldberg like he was talking about leading up, he would have won.
No, we would have tied, Brad.
It would have
Learn to.
been a 3-way tie.
It would have been a 2-way tie with you and I.
No, because I picked Brock and I had 3.
And I had 2, I think.
And then you both had to pick Goldberg. You would have had 3 and he would have had 3.
Yeah.
And then that would have been sad.
Yeah.
But it's not going to matter. Never over world champion.
Oh, he's shooting for undisputed status.
Oh, that's a good point.
First ever
Can't wait to
undisputed.
have my second reign
Look at this
and be
headband.
undisputed, never over world champion. I think that does it for us.
Second reign.
Yeah,
When you're
do it
still
right.
on your
Do it
first.
right the first.
Exactly.
Good one, Brad. I think that does it for us.
That does it for me.
Yeah, we're gonna cut this off. That's enough of that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining our Wrestle Recap podcast number 5 here on Twitch. You can find the rest of the podcast on the channel to listen to later on shortly. Make sure you tune in next week when we do our hot tag video and Wrestle Recap podcast number 5. Number 6. Oh, miscounted. We also, next Sunday, have TLC. Our live viewing party will start at 7 p.m. Eastern when we do our pre-show. And then the festivities will kick off at 8. We will have delicious, better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's, as always, on December 4th. So make sure you keep it locked right here on Never Over Live.